Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at what I think is one of the best games of the year. This is Sifu, a martial arts epic that is very much Dark Souls in its approach. This game is one of the most brutally challenging games I've ever played. And I'll apologise in advance, I'm definitely not an expert and I probably haven't got enough practice to say that I'm very competent at the game. But I'm going to try and get through the first level, the first part of the campaign alive, and I'll show you the features of what I think is an absolute must-buy for fans of Dark Souls. Let's have a look at Sifu. We begin the game in one of the rougher areas of town. Our goal is, as a young man who has returned after 8 long years of training, to get revenge on the group of people who killed our master, our Sifu. Now we've been spending a lot of time getting good, and I personally have been spending a lot of time trying to get good at this game. Will it be enough? We'll find out. The goal of this playthrough is to make it to the first boss to defeat him with 0 deaths, something I have not been able to manage so far. Now this game has one of the most in-depth combat systems I have ever seen. I would say that this game would even trump Dark Souls in terms of difficulty. The punches and kicks, the block and parry system and even evasions take a hell of a lot of work to get used to. Even the timing of enemies, learning to use weapons, and there's also a bunch of special moves, ones you get at the start of the game as well as unlockable moves.
Holy shit!
As you can see, I'm definitely not a master at this game. I wanted to give it a bit more time before I attempted this because I think I need a little bit more practice to become half as good as some of the other players I've seen. But I'm somewhat competent. One of the things you have to master is the timing and what enemies require what sort of approach. Certain enemies are really good against, really weak against just a flurry of blows, where others you'll need to use the special attacks like sweeps and blocks. One of the things that I've only recently gotten good at is using the special moves. You can see I managed to disarm that woman by using a sweep, knocking her to the ground and then retrieving her pipe. Using iframes to give yourself a few spare seconds of invincibility, definitely something you want to do, and the blocking system as well, something I need to do a lot of work on. You can see he tried to get an attack in and I used a sweep to knock him down.
Not so tough after all.
Not good. Now I'm pretty hurt. I could have picked up a pipe and taken him out, but I thought I'd test my close range abilities, and unfortunately they were pretty lacking. You can't really mess around with enemies. Some of them are very tough, and you'll be able to tell the sort of enemies you're fighting by their appearance later on. Some enemies are extremely powerful in a fight, and others are really weak. So in this case, I'm going for the weaker enemies just to get a little bit of health back. I'm going to pinch a bottle here. You can see here I managed to parry most of his attacks. I think only one connected. Now I have got a hell of a lot of health, so we're going to have to play this a little careful. The next fight is where things get really difficult.
That can't be possible.
Now these martial arts users are actually pretty tough, and using special moves on them is actually not a good idea. Because as you can see, he managed to get his health back. That's okay, because I'm not fighting fair either. Time to use an ice strike. Nice try, buddy. I could have taken him out with a weapon, but I was feeling a little petty. This game requires an elite level of concentration, and I am definitely not an expert yet. I need a lot more practice. I was thinking about delaying this video by a couple of weeks, but I realised a couple of weeks would become a couple of months, as I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist in these sort of games.
Holy shit! Any regrets now?
I've only just recently mastered some of the other moves in the game. Now, I'm not in the best of health. We'll see how we go. That probably wasn't my best move. I should have just taken him out with the pipe.
Shame I'll have to throw you back through it.
Now, these guys are pretty tough, but if you can overwhelm them with some attacks... Not too bad. So I got a little bit of health back then. One of the things I found is if you can know when to use weapons and when to take enemies out without them, you can actually drop your weapon on a dime. They do give you a massive advantage in a fight, and against multiple enemies you should be prioritizing finding and using weapons.
Don't want to be late for the club.
Because if you don't use them on them, they will use them on you. We need to get out of here.
I pity you.
No freaking way.
You're using the iframes again.
Drop your weapon.
Do a little bit of the merry-go-round. A little bit of free health. Disarm him with a special move. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, we're a little bit hurt. And my pipe's a little banged up. We'll take the other one. Now, that situation, I would have died for sure. You have to know when to retreat sometimes. Although I've seen some of the masters just absolutely blitz their way through, blocking 7 people at once and dropping special moves on people left and right. But we're going to exercise a little bit of stealth here. We've got one guy over there, one guy over here. We can run up on another person. And that's just free health. Can you tell I've played this level a few times? I want to try and get to the end without dying. That's the goal.
Come on, quicker.
We're halfway through. I'm not doing too
We have a
bad.
city to deliver to. Boss wants everything shipped out of here.
And thanks to that smart little move,
Move it.
I don't even think they've seen us yet. They haven't, so we can take out another person.
You're dead.
Not too bad. Oh no! Oh! Disarm him.
Whoa.
Damn it! Special attack. Oh, damn it. There's too many, and I'm just not good enough. So much for our zero death run.
You must enjoy the taste of defeat. Be careful. He's got a weapon. I can't keep up.
Now this chick is in special mode. We do need to be careful. Okay. Not my finest work.
Boss, nobody gets through.
Love those iframes.
You forget
Damn
how
it.
to
I need to get to a weapon. I can't fight him barehanded. I'm just too hurt.
that down before somebody gets hurt.
Now it's time to take on the boss. And I am absolutely wrecked for health. But thankfully we have another shrine here. I'm actually going to go with focus regain. Now I died a bunch of times trying to fight this boss last time. I'm going to try and see if I can make it through without another death. Now the max age you can have is 75. I'm hoping to. I think the first time I fought him, I was 40 when I finished the level. I'm going to try and do a little bit better than that. Oh, damn it, we're doing some good blocks here. Special moves don't really work very well against this guy. Ah, oh, damn it. I think the perfect run is eluded me, escaped me by much. And this is where things get real. Now this is obviously the second phase is the hardest one, and this is where I really got stomped. He has a number of very dangerous attacks, and because he's got a machete, I have to avoid his attacks. Now there is a... Oh, there we go, there it is. I'm doing a hell of a lot better than last time. Nice strike. Yeah, there are some more weapons around. Oh, I think I did it! I think I did it! Yes, I did it!
I have spent 8 long years preparing for this.
Oh, and 2 deaths. I mean, I went from age 40 back to age 22. Now, still a shameful display. I need a lot more practice, but that is the first level of Sifu. If you enjoyed it half as much as I did, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. I'm going to go back for a 0 death run, but for someone who's only played the game for maybe 5 or 6 hours, give or take, that's not too bad of an effort. I am quickly becoming a very skilled Dark Souls style player just because of the support of guys like you. So let me know what you think. This is one of the sickest combat games I've ever played, and I am very happy that I got the opportunity to give this one a go. Let me know if you want to see more. I'm happy to jump in and give this one another go as I work my way to becoming a Sifu myself. Hopefully join me next time when we look at another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate out.